Everyone entering the season had this idea of a middling Pirates team losing pace in the NL Central, and for the most part, they were right, but for all the wrong reasons. A lot of people hadn't come to terms with the starting pitching the Pirates were rolling with, but so far they have produced a 3.5 ERA, good for 10th in the majors. Instead, it's the Pirates' dormant offense that has seemingly forgot how to hit. Everything was smiley in Pittsburgh through the first 11 games. The team had won 9 games, and the offense was averaging 6 runs during the small sample. But during the 25 games since, the offense has been non-existent, averaging a measly 2.6 runs per game. During that time, the Pirates are 8-17, and frustrations are reaching a boiling point. A lot of complaints can be reduced down to 3 common themes, with the first of which being the Pirates' passive approach at the plate. Watching at-bats like this, where it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, feels uncompetitive to watch. But is it as bad as the image is burned into the mind of Pirates fans? Well, the short answer is yes. The Pirates are currently 28th in the majors in swing percentage, while being 26th in the majors swinging at pitches inside the zone. It isn't all doom and gloom in the Pirates camp, as a passive approach has led to a 10.2% walk rate, and as we learned from Moneyball,
It's on base a lot, Rocco. Do I care if it's a walk or a hit? Pete?
You do not.
I do not.
a walk's as good as a hit, huh? Well, let's use the modern day Pirates to disprove that theory. With the Pirates' passive approach, surely they're good at driving pitches to hit, and they're 25th in the majors at making contact in the zone as well. Okay, I have one last grasp. Maybe the Pirates are really focused on driving the ball hard and fully embrace the 3 true outcome world. They have certainly got the walks and strikeouts aspect down, and, well, the homers are down as well. The Pirates are currently sitting at 26 total homers, good for 28th in the majors, and are currently getting lapped by the best home run hitting team in the majors, the Baltimore Orioles. Simply put, the criticism that the Pirates are too passive seems to be valid. While it is good for putting the occasional runner on base, it is leaving them susceptible to worsened counts that teams are taking advantage of, leaving Pirate hitters scratching their heads. Pirates pitching coach Andy Haynes spoke with the media after getting swept by the Athletics on May 1st, detailing the team's philosophy, saying, "We're trying to dominate the strike zone. We're never trying to take a pitch over the heart of the plate. We're trying to hammer that stuff over the middle of the plate." Well, that sounds like pretty much any hitting coach to ever live. It sure sounds disconnected from the results in real life. Leaving that as it may, Haynes' concerns lied more with the team's inability to drive in those runners the team is able to get on base. After all, this team was coming off a series where the team went a combined 0 for 14 with ducks on the pond. Haynes offered this excellent insight, saying, "We have to cash in those opportunities if we want to win. There's no prize for just getting them out there and saying, 'Good job.' This is dog eat dog." Not sure what Nicolas Cage has to do with this, but that sounds reasonable enough. Unfortunately, the Pirates are currently sitting 27th in OPS with runners in scoring position, and too often finish the inning looking like this. While it's hard to represent the clutch gene with numbers, the fundamental approach and lack of making contact when they do swing leads to the team being more susceptible to that feared strikeout, especially when the pitcher is forced to throw strikes. And that brings us to the third and final theme, and that is being the young players of this team not performing. Players who have shown flashes that fans have been practically begging to break out that just simply haven't, and in a lot of ways, they've regressed. Brian Hayes and Anua Cruz look league average offensively at best, and pieces like Jack Sawinski and Jared Triolo just seem lost. However, this isn't just an issue for the young guys. A lot of players the Pirates acquired during the offseason have practically done nothing from the offensive side. Rowdy Tellez, Michael Taylor, and Edward Olivares are all shells of their peak offensive form, and even Andrew McCutchen's offensive game has seemingly diminished into nothing. Simply put, nothing is going right at the MLB level. However, I would say this is more of a systemic issue. Even both current and former top prospects like Liover Peguero, Termarr Johnson, and Mitch Jebb are really struggling to find their footing. And don't get me started about Henry Davis's abysmal start to the year at the major league level. I think it's fair to say there are struggles across the organization getting going in the early portions of the year. Whether that is a sheer coincidence or a failure of management and development is a really tough decision to make. However, with the data the major league team is giving, the approach simply doesn't work.